Alright. Now, most Corolla owners, if you even have back seats, would probably be saying, wow, this looks like a nice seat. But every Corolla owner has the same problem with the back of the seats, which is cancer. So today, I'll be addressing this issue. So these are the tools you'll be needing to carry this project out. Some sandpaper. I just happen to have 150 grit laying around. One of these little drill wire tools to knock off the rust scales. Some rust reformer, which converts rust and allows you to paint over it, or whatever little rust is remaining. And then some Rust-Oleum paint. I just got it in a flat silver because I want the metal to maintain a silver color. Some tin snips, just to help you remove the hog rings, hog ring pliers, and hog rings. And also maybe a Dremel. I already did this, so the tin snips didn't work that great, so I'm probably just going to Dremel off the hog rings with a cutting wheel. Forgot to mention, but other things that you may want are a respirator like this, and some gloves, of course, just to make sure you protect yourself while you're working on your car. So we'll start off with a couple of these guys and try to remove the hog rings with the tin snips. So you just want to grab them real firmly and give them a twist. And they just come off like that. If your seats are really bad or really rusted, I would just get a Dremel and cut each one off. That's probably what I'm going to do with the rest of these, but I just wanted to show you kind of the technique used to remove these guys. We'll just do one more here. Just like that. Okay, so I've got the mask on now, and I'm just going to get through the rest of these real quick with the Dremel and a cutting disc. Alright, so after you move all the hog rings, you will have the cover here, which can just be peeled off. But you'll want to remove these little wires first that are used to attach the hog rings onto the frame here. So the fabric was sticking because of the rust probably and moisture that caused it. So I just kind of twisted around in here until it loosened itself up. And then I'll just be spraying and treating these guys too. And then just one on top of the seat back here, and then one on the bottom. And there's just the top and bottom there. So you'll want to start from the bottom of the seat here and just peel back on the corners. I've already done this on another seat, so I know the foam is just attached to the metal backing with just adhesive, so you can just peel the whole thing off. When you're peeling down, it'll get stuck right here because it's hog ringed into the frame. So that's the bottom there, and then really you can start just peeling the foam off. And this is kind of the point where a mask is really good because you don't want to breathe in, 30 years worth of crap and rust. And up here, forgot about this. If you have the little knob to activate the latch, you have to take that off. It was getting stuck there. So don't worry about that because we're just going to peel everything off here. Okay, so you'll have to come in from the inside here with some needle nose pliers to push down on the clip that's surrounding the latch button here, and then that'll allow it to come out on the other side here. This is the piece I'm talking about that this goes into. So there you go. This is what the inside frame looks like of a Corolla seat back. So once you've knocked as much rust off of this as you can, I'm just going to wipe it down with isopropanol just to get it ready for the rust reformer. The can actually says apply 1 coat and let dry for 24 hours before applying another coat if needed. So we're just going to put one thicker coat on. So it's been about 48 hours since I last worked on these. At this point, this is completely dry and treated, so you can just rewrap them, throw them back in the car, and you're done. But I wanted to bring it back to a state that's closer to factory in the kind of silver metallic color. So we're going to be painting it in this kind of matte metallic silver high performance enamel from Rust-Oleum. So this was the inside that touches the foam of the seat back. Now we're gonna just flip it around and paint the area that is exposed to the trunk compartment. Okay, and that should do it. This stuff is pretty good. It has a 15-minute dry to the touch time, so you know that's useful. Okay, so this is how the hog ring pliers work here. Basically, you loop one end into the fabric and one end into the frame, and then when you apply pressure, it turns it into a little triangle link like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and attach the sides first, and then move on to the top and bottoms. Awesome. New is always better. There's just something about putting new hardware on that's really satisfying. This guy here. Great. These guys are on. So the sides are on, looking good. It looks like there's just top and bottom now. It's all coming together really quick now. Make sure when you're hooking it in that you get the back side of the metal stick here, just to reinforce. Awesome. All right. Okay, so that's one side. One more side and you're done. And this is just same thing for the other side now. Tuck this guy in to the top. And pull this the latch pull through. Okay, great. And that guy is secured by one of these plastic surrounds. This one's a little bit cracked. I was kind of sad. It's probably not available new anymore. And the pole can go back on. All right. And then the same procedure one more time. Oh, there's still an old hog ring on here. Let's get this thing off. And the best thing about this is no more rust. All right. So these wire attachments here back in. And then again with the hog rings. Awesome. Alright. This is like 30-year-old fabric, so I don't think it's going to fight with you much. No need to heat it up here to get it stretched around. But if yours does, maybe leaving it in the sun for a little bit or using a heat gun will probably help with that. Really pretty happy with how these came out. Yeah, we don't really want the sharp part sticking out, so Make sure you angle these to where, you know, you won't get poked. Oh, missed one. I think we share the same spot here. Got it. That's it. Here's how the seats look back in the car. Here's the carpet back in. And the privacy cover on. And that's it. I hope you guys like my video. For the next one, I will probably be either replacing the window molding trims and doing the passenger and driver door rubbers, or doing some body work. I still haven't really decided yet. But until then, keep the 86 alive.